We all agreed. You're not part of the wedding party, my brother said, handing me a paper plate outside the tent. His voice was cold, like he thought he was doing me a favor by being honest. Then his new father-in-law, a man I'd only met once before, laughed and added, "Real family eats under roofs." I looked down at the flimsy paper plate shaking in my hand, like even it knew I didn't belong here. Inside the huge white wedding tent, I could hear laughter, smell the garlic butter from the food, and see the glow of string lights. It looked perfect. I wasn't allowed in there. Not even for dinner. My name wasn't on the seating chart. Not at the head table. Not at the cousins' table. Not anywhere. I just stood there nodding, looking stupid. Funny thing is, I helped pay for that tent. I paid part of the catering bill. I sent my brother $6,200 6 months ago when he said he was short on money for wedding stuff. No. I was barefoot on wet grass, holding a paper plate like an outsider. "I'll take that back," I said quietly. My brother looked confused. "What?" "The envelope." I pointed to the gift box where I had dropped my card earlier. "It's not for you anymore." I reached into the box, grabbed the envelope with my handwriting on it, and pulled it out. A bridesmaid gasped. I opened it, took out the check, and ripped it up. First in half, then smaller until it was tiny pieces. The whole place went quiet. That heavy, awkward silence that no one can laugh away. "Financial ghosts don't bring gifts," I said, tossing the pieces into the trash. My brother stared like I'd slapped him. Maybe I had. "They begged me to stay." His fiancée's mom whispered something. My mom rushed over from inside the tent, eyes wide like she suddenly remembered I existed. But I just smiled, turned, and walked away. When I got home, I opened Venmo. The shared account for wedding expenses still had $6,200 outstanding. My money. I tapped a few buttons and cleared the balance to zero. Then I blocked every number tied to it. By morning, my phone blew up. 39 voicemails. 112 messages. And one missed call from a number I hadn't seen in years. That's when I realized, this wasn't about one wedding. It never was. People say weddings bring families closer. For us, it ripped the mask off. 3 weeks before the wedding, Adam, my brother, called me. "Can you help with the caterer?" "Just until the honeymoon," he said. It was $3,200. I sent it right away. A few days later, Mom called. Her voice was soft, rehearsed. "I hate to ask, but your dad's suit doesn't fit. He's gained some weight. We found one that might work. It's Armani. But..." I interrupted. "I'll pay for it." Another $1,200 gone. A week after that, Adam's fiancée Lily messaged me. "The photographer's package doesn't include drone footage. Would you help? We'd be so grateful." It was $1,800. No hello. Just a Venmo request and some emojis. I paid it without saying a word, because that's what I always did. The fixer. The quiet helper. The invisible support behind every perfect family photo. Then I found out I wasn't even invited to the rehearsal dinner. I called Adam to check. "Hey, what time should I come to the dinner next Friday?" He laughed. Actually laughed. "Oh, you're not coming to that. It's bridal party and close family only. You know how tight the list is." "I am close family." Silence. "Don't be like that. It's not personal. We just didn't want too many details to handle," my brother said. The call ended. He hung up. I didn't. That's when things started falling apart. I opened my Venmo app and looked through my payment history. $6,200 sent over 5 months. Labeled, vendor deposit, backup gift. Then I found an old Google sheet Lily had sent me months ago when I helped her plan the budget. It was still open for anyone to see. One tab caught my eye, excluded guests. In cell B12 next to my name it read, "Doesn't fit the vibe. Possible wild card. Suggest keeping out of central events. Keep outside main tent." I just sat there frozen. I helped them create this whole vibe. And it only got worse. The next morning I got a Facebook notification. Lily had tagged me in a post. It was a photo of Adam, the bridal party, her parents, and mine. All seated at a long table for their engagement brunch. Surrounded by those who matter most. Our forever team. But I wasn't there. Not even mentioned. One of Lily's cousins commented, "Wasn't there another brother? Or am I just imagining that?" Lily replied, "You're not imagining. Let's just say some people support quietly, and some don't support at all. 19 likes. That night I opened the old laptop I once fixed for Adam. I still had remote access. He never changed the password. Big mistake. Within 20 minutes I was inside his files. Emails. PDFs. Group chats called Wedding 18. Photos. Screenshots. And then I found it. A folder named Plan B Seating Adjustments. Inside were updated guest lists, table layouts, all organized. Next to my name. Escort to lawn area. Provide plate. No tent access. That was it. Then I opened a WhatsApp group chat. Messages between Adam, Lily, and their friends. He's not photogenic. We love him, but he's got that off-brand energy. I feel bad. He paid for half the cake. Should we let him help cut it? No, he's the sad uncle type. It'll ruin the vibe. Whatever. He's single and weird. What's he gonna do? Venmo us into submission? That's when I realized, they didn't just leave me out. They used me. Like a walking credit card. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I made a list. Cancel all pending payments. Download receipts. Save chat messages. Freeze the Venmo wedding pool. Take my power back. Then the voicemail came. It was my dad. His voice was cold, shaky. You need to understand something. This family moves forward. If you're not part of the solution, you don't get to be in the photos. I played it twice. Then I wrote down one sentence. Financial ghosts don't bring gifts. That's when I knew. I wasn't going to the wedding to clap and smile. I was going to expose the truth. The wedding was at 3 p.m. I arrived at 10:37 a.m. The venue looked perfect. Eucalyptus leaves everywhere. Pretty lanterns. A huge white tent taller than some houses. A florist worked on the arch I paid for. A man carried the cake I paid for. A woman with a headset and clipboard barked orders. He was the planner, Kayla. I walked straight up to her. Hi. I'm the financial contact for 60% of this event. We need to talk. She looked confused. I handed her a folder full of invoices, receipts, and bank statements, all with my name on them. She flipped through them quietly. Then I added, I'm canceling my financial support. Any vendor working under my name is done. She went pale. You can't do that. I just did. Within 30 minutes. The music stopped. The lights shut off. The cake was packed back into the van. The caterers shut down the ovens. The DJ left. The $14,000 tent stood empty and quiet. At 12:11 p.m. I walked in through the side door. Black suit. 3 white boxes with silver ribbon. One for my brother. One for my parents. One for the couple's gift table. I found Adam by the fountain. He was pacing, sweating in his tux, phone in hand. What did you do? He hissed. I took back what's mine, I said. And stopped paying for people who treat me like a wallet. You're crazy. You sabotaged the wedding. This isn't sabotage. It's honesty. You didn't invite me. You invited my money. So I came to collect. He grabbed for one of the boxes. Don't, I warned. Open it at the altar. People started noticing. No music. No food. No lights. The truth was finally visible. The sound check failed. From inside the tent I heard Lily's voice, high-pitched, cracking, panicked. Where's the cake? That was my cue. I walked to the head table and placed 3 white boxes on the table, one by one. The guests outside started whispering, confused, watching me. I wasn't on the guest list. But I brought something better than a gift. The truth. People stared. My mom's face twisted with anger and fear. My dad looked like he was ready to punch me. That's when I motioned to the man standing beside me. This is Daniel Clean. He's my lawyer. He's here to deliver some important news. Daniel opened his briefcase and calmly read out loud. As of this morning, all joint financial accounts linked to my full name, and the following people, Adam surname, Charles surname, and Meredith surname, have been closed. Power of attorney has been cancelled. Co-signer status removed. No more access to my money, property, or credit. Also, here's a legal notice regarding identity theft connected to a loan application filed on date. We have the proof. The last part hit hard. My dad lunged at me. You smug little. I stopped him. Oh, you mean this? I pulled out my phone and played a video. On the screen, Blurry security camera footage from a bank. My dad sliding papers across the counter. My name and social security number on the screen. My stolen ID, used to take out a loan I didn't even know existed. The crowd gasped. Lily dropped her bouquet. My mom whispered, "You don't know what you're doing." I stared at her. "No, you didn't know who you were stealing from." Then I turned to Adam, standing frozen, fists tight. "You didn't invite me to your wedding," I said. "But you invited my money, my time, my silence." I just RSVP'd to all three. The speakers, quiet all day, crackled as the tech tested them. I turned and walked away from the tent. As I did, I played one last message from my phone for everyone to hear. My dad's voice from months ago. "You made your choice. We'll do things without you. Just don't expect to show up later." I held up my phone and said, "I'm just following instructions." Then I left. Behind me the wedding fell apart. No music. No lights. No food. No fake family act. Just the truth wrapped in 3 white boxes. 5 weeks later I got a letter in the mail. Simple white envelope. Government seal. Inside were the words I had waited for. "We've confirmed that Charles, surname, used your identity to apply for a loan. The case is moving to prosecution. You've been cleared of all responsibility." Just like that, my name was clean. My dad's wasn't. The man who always said I couldn't survive without him? He was now banned from 2 banks, under investigation by the IRS and facing fraud charges. His accounts frozen. His job license suspended. The best part? A judge removed me as co-signer. The debt was all his now. The trap he set for me? It snapped and crushed him instead. But liars never stop. They just change faces. A week after that, I got a voicemail from a blocked number. It was my dad. His voice shaky now. "It wasn't just me. Your mother, she helped. She brought the papers. She knew." I didn't reply. Not because I didn't believe him, but because I already knew. That same day a package arrived. No name, no return address. Inside was a flash drive and a handwritten note. It was from my uncle, my dad's brother, who I hadn't spoken to in years. I saw what happened. It wasn't just the wedding. They planned this a long time ago. You should hear this. On the flash drive was a recording from 2019. My dad's voice. "He's good for money. We keep him around. We survive. Just don't let him feel too important. If he gets smart, we're screwed." Then my mom's voice. "He won't. He always comes back. He's built that way." I sat there for an hour after hearing it. Not sad. Not angry. Just done. Meanwhile, they scrambled to clean up the mess. Adam's wedding? Never rescheduled. Lily left him 2 weeks after everything fell apart. He posted one last Instagram story. A photo of her engagement ring on a windowsill. Caption. "Turns out the diamond was fake. Like the family." Adam tried to play it cool online. Gym selfies, cheesy quotes. But it didn't work. The venue sued him for breaking the contract. 2 vendors took legal action for unpaid bills. Last I heard, he was living in a tiny apartment over a vape shop, hiding from the world. My mom? She sent a cold, typed letter. "We didn't know what your father did. We never meant to hurt you. We're still family." I read it once. Filed it under lies. That same day I posted a video. No anger. No drama. Just me holding up every receipt, every message, every legal document. I even showed the wedding footage. The boxes, the silence, the truth. Then I looked at the camera and said, "They used my name. They spent my money. They erased me." So I took everything back. The video got 3.4 million views in 2 weeks. The comments flooded in. "My family did this too. This is why I went no contact." Not all scars bleed. Some are dollar signs. Journalists reached out. Podcasts. Financial groups. One offered to help fund a project to support people like me. So I built it. I called it No More Tents. A group for people whose families treat them like wallets and servants. Within a month we had a Discord with 15,000 members. 6 volunteer lawyers helping people facing family financial abuse. My first post was simple. You are not ungrateful for saying no. You are not selfish for wanting peace. You are not the bad guy for walking away. And I meant every word. One night I was locking up the co-working space I rented for my new project when a familiar number popped up on my phone. I let it ring. Then another call came. Then a text from my aunt. Your dad's heart is weak. He collapsed yesterday. Your mom says he's asking for you. I stared at the screen. Then I turned off my phone. At home, I poured a drink and opened the last file on the flash drive my uncle had sent me. It was a photo. One I had never seen before. Me at 12 years old holding a certificate I barely remembered winning. Standing next to my dad. His smile wide, proud, fake. His hand on my shoulder. Back then I thought that moment meant something. On the back of the photo written by hand. Even then he didn't know we were just using him. I tossed the photo in the fireplace and watched it burn. Then I opened my laptop, posted a message and typed. My family taught me 2 things. 1. Blood is just leverage. 2. Silence is loyalty. I don't owe them either anymore. It had been 6 months. 6 months since I walked away from all of it. The wedding. The court case. The fake apologies. The guilt pretending to be love. 6 months since I turned down the noise of my so-called family. I moved to a new state. Quiet town. Big sky. No one knew my name. I deleted my personal accounts. No more Instagram. No LinkedIn. No Facebook for my mom to tag me in when she wanted attention. Kept my work. My platform. My business. But me. I disappeared. And it felt amazing. People don't realize how loud fake love is. Until you finally mute it. First month. My aunt emailed every day. Second month. My brother called from different numbers. Third month. My mom left a voicemail, crying at first then angry. You can't just disappear. Your family, for heaven's sake. That word again, family. Like it was some unbreakable contract. Like I was supposed to accept betrayal just because we shared a last name. So I stayed quiet. Not because I was angry. Because I wasn't. I went days without thinking about them. Whole weekends forgetting my brother even existed. Then one Tuesday I walked past a bakery. In the window was a perfect white 3-tiered cake. Smooth, balanced, untouched. I stared for a moment, then smiled. That's all they ever wanted me to be. Present, youthful, nice to look at. Not loved, just neat and symmetrical. Last week I sat alone in my favorite cafe. The kind of place where no one asks your story. Sipping coffee. Reading Baldwin. My phone buzzed. I flipped it over. 54 missed calls. 17 texts. 4 voicemails. All from old numbers. Some blocked. Some not. I didn't open any of them. I turned the phone face down. Took another sip. I used to shake when they called. Used to feel like I owed them a response, an explanation. But they never taught me this. Silence is an answer. Sometimes louder than shouting. They still don't know where I live. Don't know I changed my number. Don't know the version of me they controlled. No longer exist. And I didn't just burn bridges. I erased the whole map. Before leaving the cafe, I scribbled a note in the back of my book. A reminder for myself. They used to control my reactions. Now they don't even get my silence.